Hi there everyone on YouTube. This is Jeff from geoffmobile.com. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday evening, and today I felt very tired because yesterday I had a really good Pilates class with my teacher Megan, and it was the third class I've had with her, and I found it was very challenging, but I also felt really great after. And so I think in the future I'll definitely talk about a bit more about Pilates and why I really find it enjoyable. It's kind of an interesting component to my fitness and my health, in addition to yoga and working out and all those other things, the running and that I do. So Pilates is very interesting. But what I wanted to talk to you today is not about Pilates. I want to talk to you about the Yamaha P-35 digital piano. If you've seen my YouTube channel lately, I've put up 2 videos where I've recorded songs using the P-35 digital piano. I have a live recording of a performance of Parisian Thoroughfare by Bud Powell, a jazz piano song, which I recorded last weekend, which I'll put a link to that video in the description below. I also, the previous weekend, I did a video where I just recorded myself playing Kenny Barron's Voyage song, like another jazz song, on the piano. And I recorded that and just put up the audio only with just images of the keyboard itself. So I wanted to give you a bit more in-depth review of the Yamaha P-35 digital piano, because I think it's a really revolutionary piano just because it packs so much quality and beauty of an instrument. It's such an affordable and light package. By light I mean it's actually very light to carry. The keyboard itself, for a fully weighted keyboard with 88 keys, the full-length grand piano length of the keyboard, and keys that feel like you're playing an acoustic piano, and the sound that sounds really realistic and beautiful with depth and emotion and quality to the sound. It doesn't sound tinny, it sounds actually like a full actual piano instrument. And all this is only $500. So that's, compared to what was available in the market about well, let me say 10 years ago, you could get something that had a similar sound, a similar touch, but maybe 3 or 4 times the weight for three or four times the cost. So that's amazing technology. We've brought a piano that is, well, amazingly good for pianists to play and practice on, of all ages, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even an advanced player, and making this affordable for $500, which for many people would be how much you're spending monthly on rent. So if you can save up enough money and actually afford to buy this keyboard, it makes playing piano a lot more accessible to everyone. And I think there's really no excuse for anyone not to learn piano except for not having enough time to practice or not having the right teacher. So the Yamaha P-35 is a 25-pound keyboard that has weighted keys, full 88 keys. It has a beautiful tone. It also has a built-in metronome. And what a metronome is, it's a ticking sound that lets you set the tempo of the tick to practice in time. And I find that practicing along with a metronome is a really good way to learn the internal sense of rhythm, because you kind of train your mind's clock. If you always practice along with a metronome, and you take the metronome away, you'll play more naturally in tempo and in time. For anyone who's playing with a band, you may find that playing with a metronome helps you play with the band better, because you have to synchronize your clock to some other external clock. For people who only practice on their own and don't use a metronome, you find their time may go all over the place. So that is a nice built-in feature of this piano I found very useful. So for example, last weekend when I was practicing the song Parisian Thoroughfare, I practiced it exclusively with metronome for about 2 hours, and then I was able to perform it for the 7-minute performance with pretty good time and rhythm and abilities, without the metronome, of course. So that's to take the metronome away, and then you can play well. So in summary, oh yeah, I want to talk about a few drawbacks of this keyboard, because obviously for $500 there are a few features that are kind of cutting the corners, and not in terms of the sound quality or the touch, but one area where they cut a few corners is the polyphony. And what polyphony is the number of voices that can sound simultaneously. So that isn't normally a problem because you only have 10 fingers. So theoretically, you can only really press 10 notes at once. But this piano has a 32 note polyphony, 32 voice. So you can, if you hold the pedal down and press all 10 fingers down and then press another 10 keys. So you actually have to have 32 keys down simultaneously for this to exceed the limit. And that is actually okay. I've heard some classical pianists playing some pretty complex Chopin and classical music on the keyboard, and it sounds just fine. And in my test with this keyboard, even playing fast or long passages with the pedal held down, I didn't notice anything different about this compared to my Yamaha P-90, which had a 64 voice polyphony. So that shouldn't be an issue, and I don't think in practicality you'll notice any difference, especially if you are not playing anything with like experimental music. I think for experimental music where you have sustained the entire length of the keyboard, obviously it wouldn't work for you, but that's beyond the point. I think for most practical applications, for anyone learning the piano or performing the piano in a jazz or classical context, I think the 32 note polyphony will do just fine. Another drawback, which I didn't mention in my earlier review on Tumblr, is that it comes with a keyboard pedal for sustaining the pitch, for sustaining the notes. So this is like a traditional piano has those 3 pedals. Well, this piano only supports a single pedal, and it comes with a pedal, but the pedal that it comes with is a pretty flimsy, cheap version. So if you're playing this on stage, you may want to invest in a more rigorous, reliable pedal that would have a bit more of a traditional pedal feel, that you actually press the pedal down to do the pedal. So the one that comes with is perfectly fine if you're just getting started, but if you're doing a lot of advanced piano, you may find it more comfortable to use a more advanced pedal, but those pedals are all available through Yamaha directly itself too. You can order them online or through Yamaha dealer. So in summary, the Yamaha P-35 piano is a $500 piano or less. And if you live in the US, it costs less than that. You can get a good deal, or around $500 if you include a stand. And it is very lightweight, only 25 pounds, and it has fully weighted keys with a grand piano acoustic feel and touch when you play, and also the way it sounds. And it's just a really nice piano, 25 pounds, $500, just a great deal. And I recommend it for anyone who is interested in learning the piano. It's a good investment, and it isn't that much of an investment, but it still is an instrument that will last you a long time, and you'll be able to practice on it for hours and find that it sounds really beautiful. So another benefit is you can connect to a computer with a MIDI and hook it up and record off it. That's how I made my last 2 videos. I recorded the piano directly into an audio interface, such as the Roland Octacapture, which is a nice recording studio in a box. So if you're doing music production, you can use it as a controller for other synthesizers, or you can use the sounds off it directly for your recordings or film scoring or whatever kind of music making you want, especially if you want a nice piano sound. The piano does have a few other sounds. It's got a vibraphone, a harpsichord, some church organs and pipe organs. The vibraphone is quite nice for jazz, and then the harpsichord organs are nice for classical. There is an electric piano sound, but 2 different electric piano sounds. There's a poppy sounding piano and also a jazzier one, more of a Rhodes keyboard. So all these are very useful. It's a very well designed, intuitive, simple, easy to use piano at an affordable price. I highly recommend it, and I hope you enjoy it too. If you want to give it a try, go to your local music store. I'm sure they'll have a demo one you can try out and play. And if you want to bring this on the road, I recommend a Roland amplifier, either the KC-350. It's a good one. It's nice, powerful sound, but not too heavy to carry around. And the piano, the keyboard itself does have some built-in speakers, which are fairly loud. It's about 2 times 7 watt speakers. So these are fine if you're playing at home or in the living room. It does go pretty loud, enough for your living room at home. And when you go to the stage, you can use an amplifier as well. So thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you enjoy my review. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now. For more videos from me, including technology ideas, reviews, music performances, and many more things such as food and cooking videos, please click the subscribe button below, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon on my channel. Bye-bye for now, and enjoy your musical journeys, especially with the piano. Bye-bye for now.